Okay, I'm outside 5225 East 117th in Garfield Heights, Ohio, as I walk the exterior of the property. As I'll sort of reiterate as I go through the video, I'm sure, overall it's a very clean inspection report. The interior of the home has had recent updates, and we'll just start kind of going around. It's mostly minor items. The big item is the roof. It's on the older side. There's certainly no need to replace it. It has some life in it, but it is beginning to show the initial signs of an aging roof. That will be noted in the report. But again, it should have several years left of service life. The driveway itself too has been updated, and I have been trying to incorporate sort of a 360 panoramic into these recent videos. So you can see it seems like a relatively quiet street. The homes are well maintained. Just panning here, give you an example, just sort of typical colonial bungalow style homes of the era. And you can see there's a look at the neighboring properties. And I'll head up the driveway here, get you a look at the side of the house. The windows are newly updated, not brand new by any stretch, but nice vinyl replacement windows. And of course the basement windows here have been glass blocked. You'll see it's very common for moisture to enter this type of home where the concrete driveway meets the home. They've sealed it with a heavy amount of sealant, especially in this corner. But you also see here these downspouts have been tied into PVC, which was a really nice upgrade. I didn't see any signs of moisture in the basement, but I would maintain that sealant for sure. Just good practice. There's minor cracks of the driveway, but nothing worth noting. It would just be good to have those sealed. Before I talk about the nice newer two-car garage, I just wanted to we'll look at the back of the house. Here, the white siding is an addition that's been done over the years. And there's a concrete patio back here. Again, minor cracking, but nothing worth even noting in the report because all the surfaces are level. One thing I will note in the report is the age of the AC. It's too cold for me to run this today. It can risk damaging that compressor. So that would be noted in the report. However, I do recommend that you have an HVAC professional look at the furnace. I'll discuss that more on the interior. So it would be good when that individual is out, he could check that, make sure it's functional, because it's the exact date would be in the report, but I would assume just by looking at it, it's about 30 years old. So, and then just I'll look at the right side of the home. And then there'd be a number of defective items on the garage. All are easily correctable, but overall the garage is in good condition. I assume that's maybe only 30 years old. You can see there's a big piece of fascia board cap. There should be aluminum like is here. Here you can see wind has blown it off, and it's just exposed wood. So get that repaired sooner than later, just to prevent wood rot from beginning to form. And my ladder's still up there. There's been some past repairs on the garage roof, but there are some shingle tabs that are missing again. Overall, it's in, I'd say less than satisfactory condition. No immediate issues with the garage roof, but something worth noting for sure there. And then we'll head into the interior of the garage. The electrical, it's nicely wired, and there's a nice newer sub panel here, but similar to the main panel, which I'll discuss on the interior. There's some wiring corrections needed in there. I'd recommend you refer to the report. And of course, these outlets here should be ground fault protected. So that's a safety thing. So the lack of that safety feature is a defect in my report. There's a little bit more advanced settlement of the garage foundation here. This will be in the report as a marginal finding. However, this is very common, typical of garages for this type of settlement to occur. So nothing needs to happen right away, but I would at least recommend you keep these cracks sealed. And of course the door here should have an anti-reverse mechanism, which are these photo eye sensors, which if there's a item in the path of the door, it reverses its track. So from here, I'm going to head inside and finish the interior part of the video. Thank you. Okay, I'm at the basement of the stairs now as I start the interior walkthrough of the property. And much like the exterior, the interior, there's not really many noteworthy findings, which, you know, in the home inspection process is a good thing. I'll just do a quick pan first before I start talking about the items I came up with. But you can see half the basement here is finished. There's been a lot of nice electrical upgrades with newer wiring ran. I'll talk about that in a little bit more detail when I get over to the electrical panels. But we can see here, we just have a little closet, which is housing the water meter. That's the main water shutoff there. This back area is just a little storage area. Looks like a relatively dry basement. Just maybe some minor moisture just on the driveway side, which, as I discussed outside, has been sealed. So as long as you maintain that, I think that will go a long way in preventing any potential issues. Just a quick look at the laundry area. And here are the electrical panels, which have been updated. This is the main panel with the sub panel. There are some wiring corrections in this sub panel, which are similar to the garage. So it would be good to have an electrician evaluate that. And of course, we do see some knob and tube wiring above the panel here. The round wires coming in through that piece of wood. Again, refer to my report for more comments on that, but that is very common for this area of Cleveland. Here's a look at the mechanicals. The furnace and AC, it's too cold to run the AC today, as is noted in the report. The furnace is on the older side, and as you'll see also noted, the flame has an orange color to it, which could be an indication of a serious issue that would not only be a carbon monoxide safety risk for any potential tenants, but would require the furnace to be replaced. So it'd be good to have an HVAC professional out to evaluate that before moving forward. Look at the water heater. It's a little older, still within the acceptable range and in good condition otherwise. So just going to pan back here. Just another little storage closet. There is an addition on the back of the house. However, there is no interior access, so I'm not able to view that. I didn't see any issues on the exterior, but again, just something worth noting in the report. So just a look at this storage area. And from here, I'm going to head upstairs to finish the walkthrough. So I'm now at the main level of the home, and as you can see, there's been a lot of recent updates performed. Looks like newer vinyl floor and carpeting here. And the windows are newer vinyl replacement windows here. Just a look from the interior, all in really good condition. This is the rear crawl space. Again, with newer windows and a newer vinyl sliding door there as well. So there was no washer and dryer downstairs, however, there is a gas range and refrigerator. And as you'll see in the report, the items I came up with on the main living areas are kind of smaller in nature, plumbing and electrical, things like just a loose junction box here. And the gas line for the range here lacks a shutoff valve. Really, you should have one on this level of home in case an issue were to develop. So we'll pan through here. There's 2 bedrooms on this level of the home, kind of typical for these bungalows. Look at the bathroom here with updated vanity. It's an older tile surround, but in good condition. Some minor repairs there, but everything looks to be in good order. And then the rear bedroom here is the smaller of the 2. Original doors which have been painted. And again, the larger bedroom. Example of the carpeting. And again, all the windows in the home have been replaced. So that's also a nice upgrade which has been performed. And then a look at the living room space here. There is no ceiling fixture, which again is typical for the dated construction. So there's enough daylight today. And then we'll head upstairs to the finished space up here. Again, this is replaced carpeting. And see here, let me hit the lights over here. Again, updated carpeting throughout. Electrical is fine, and of course there is a HVAC register here, so this can be counted as a bedroom. So as far as my inspection process goes, this inspection is considered really clean. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you for your business.